The publishing industry has been transformed by the internet and technology. We will take a look at how it has moved from a traditional model to a new model which includes self-publishing and print-on-demand services such as LULU. Let's consider John. He's an aspiring author. In the past, he would submit his manuscript to a publishing house with dreams of having the next bestseller. However, he would often face rejection as publishers received thousands of manuscripts and usually only selected those that appeared most likely to sell. Publishers weren't particularly interested in serving niche markets promoting new authors and were mainly interested in books that they could print in large quantities and sell to wide audiences. The evolution of the internet and development of new technology has enabled, or in some cases forced, industries and companies to change the way they do business and interact with customers. The publishing industry has undergone a gigantic shift from print to digital. All manner of publishing has been greatly disrupted. News consumption is done using Facebook and Twitter feeds or apps. Sales of e-books have increased with the introduction of e-readers such as Kindle, leading to a decline in the number of physical books. Although it should be noted that in the last couple of years, sales of physical books have actually recovered, whereas sales of e-readers have declined by more than 40%, with e-books used more through mobile devices. Google Maps has practically obviated the need for atlases. Wikipedia has replaced the encyclopedia. People utilize YouTube to learn how to do almost anything from sewing on a button to building a bomb. As a consequence, this resulted in the phenomenon called the Big Five of publishing, with Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook and Twitter. Today there are still a few large multinationals that dominate the mainstream publishing business. However, technology has opened up new ways to make, buy and sell books. If we look at John the author again, he can now upload his manuscript to a self-publishing service such as LULU. It can then be advertised on a marketplace where prospective readers can purchase it. John's book can then be printed on demand and sent to the customer directly by a logistics provider. The middleman has been cut out of the picture and replaced by a direct relationship between an author and a reader, and in this sense the self-publishers provide multi-sided platforms which create value by facilitating interactions between the different groups. Self-publishing platforms are a prime example of the long-tail business model where businesses focus on offering a large number of niche products, each of which sells relatively infrequently. Technology has changed the publishing industry dramatically. Advances in digital printing technology has lowered costs and enabled books to be published in smaller quantities, even one at a time. Publishers no longer have to commit to large print runs or worry about inventory and storage costs, and backlists can be made available permanently. The demand for digitally produced book pages in the US and Western Europe continues to grow at a rate of 12.3% per year, which will result in more than 160 billion total pages by 2019. One of the first and still leading self-publishing and print-on-demand services is LULU. LULU's mission is to make content creation and consumption a simpler and more rewarding experience for people around the world. LULU was founded in 2002 by Bob Young after he had a personally frustrating publishing experience with his book Under the Radar, which was based on his own story as the co-founder of Red Hat, one of his previous businesses. Young was eager to create a less complicated and more financially attractive route to publishing. Since its inception, LULU has enabled budding authors in more than 225 countries to produce nearly 2 million publications. LULU's key value proposition is that it provides high quality and easy to use self-publishing services which encourage and enable anyone to publish their work and to generate revenue. It allows authors to upload their completed manuscripts, either an e-book, a print book or both, to market them to potential buyers and to print them on demand and dispatch them once a copy is sold. LULU offers additional publishing services such as editing, proofreading, marketing and illustration for a fee. Authors can choose to make their work available for sale on a partner website such as Amazon, as well as on LULU or through distributors such as Ingram. A PESA analysis and SWOT analysis of the publishing industry has identified various opportunities and challenges to keep LULU competitive in the market. One of the biggest challenges is technology. LULU was itself disruptive, but it could be quickly displaced by new entrants due to low barriers and by new technology. Book sales have been resurgent, however younger generations are more accustomed to consuming and generating content online. The desire to be an author will no doubt remain, with almost everyone feeling that they have at least one book in them, And services such as LULU have democratised publishing, allowing niche authors to engage niche markets. Well-known example of self-published books such as 50 Shades of Grey and The Martian, which have gone on to sell millions of copies that have been made into Hollywood films, will also continue to attract authors. In order to remain competitive, LULU needs to engage better with authors and readers, to enhance its online functionality to offer more interactive publishing service, to develop solutions such as 3D picture books, and to anticipate how technology might impact the publishing sector over the next 10 years. Otherwise, LULU might itself become the victim of disruption and end up as the new traditional publishing model.